everyone, welcome to Protri Online Academy. I hope you all are doing great. In this video, we are going to discuss some concepts related to isotonicity. So before proceeding to isotonicity, we should first know the meaning of osmosis. So osmosis is nothing but the movement of water molecules from a region of higher concentration of water to a region of lower concentration of water through a semi-permeable membrane until equilibrium is attained. So here we have an illustration of osmosis. Let's consider the first beaker. Here the beaker is divided into two parts through a semi-permeable membrane. There's a left side and there's a right side. As you can see, in the left side, the solute concentration is less, and on the right side, the solute concentration is more. So that means that the water content on the left side is more and the water content on the right side is less. So as we have discussed in the definition, osmosis is the movement of water molecules from a region of higher concentration to lower concentration, and the concentration which is considered in this definition is that of water. So the movement of water will take place from left to right, because the concentration of water in the left side is more and the concentration of water in the right side is less. So as you can see in the another image, that is the beaker 2, that the movement of water has taken place from the left direction to the right direction. Please note that solute particles cannot move through semi-permeable membrane. Solute particles cannot pass through semi-permeable membrane. Only the solvent molecules, that is water, can move through the semi-permeable membrane. That's why in osmosis we consider the movement of the solvent molecules only. Let us discuss isotonic solutions now. So two solutions are said to be isotonic or isoosmotic if they exert the same osmotic pressure when they are separated by a semi-permeable membrane. But when we talk on a physiological level, then isotonic solutions are said to be those solutions which exert the same osmotic pressure as that of the body fluids. That means if we have a vaccine which exerts the same osmotic pressure as that of the blood, then the vaccine is said to be isotonic. So what is observed that the osmotic pressure exerted by the body fluids is equal to that of 0.9% weight by volume of NaCl. That is why 0.9% NaCl solution is said to be isotonic with the physiological fluids. Based on the principle of tonicity, we have three types of solutions: hypertonic solution, hypotonic solution and isotonic solutions. So hypertonic solutions are those solutions which have a osmotic pressure higher than that of body fluids. In the case of hypotonic solutions, the osmotic pressure is lower as compared to that of body fluids, and in the isotonic solutions, the osmotic pressure is equal to that of body fluids. Hypertonic and hypotonic solutions are combinedly called paratonic solutions. Okay, so let us discuss hypertonic solutions first. Here, as you can see, there's a beaker and an RBC is placed inside this beaker. Let us say that the concentration of RBC is 0.9% and the concentration outside the cell, that is in the beaker, is 1.2%. This concentration is that of the solute molecules. But if we will look into the concentration of the solvent present inside the cell and outside the cell, then we can say that water, that is the solvent, water concentration in RBC is more as compared to the water concentration outside RBC, that is in the medium. So now what will happen, as we had discussed in the definition of osmosis, that the movement of water molecules will take place from a region of higher concentration of water to a region of lower concentration of water. So water will move from the inside of the cell to the outside. So as you can see in the another image, that is the image B, that the water has come out from the cell to the medium, and as a result the cell shrinks, and this condition is called as plasmolysis. One thing which you need to remember is that osmotic pressure is directly proportional to the concentration. So let us discuss hypotonic solutions now. Here as you can see that in the beaker A, the concentration, let us say that the concentration inside the RBC is 0.9% solute concentration, and the concentration outside the RBC, that is in the beaker, is 0.7%. So here as you can observe that the water concentration is more in the medium and less inside the RBC. So what will happen? Water will move inside the cell, and as a result the cell will swell and eventually burst, and this condition is called cytolysis. Cyto means cell and lysis means breakdown. So if the RBCs are placed in the hypotonic solution, what will happen? A condition called cytolysis will happen. Okay, now let's discuss the last type of solution, that is the isotonic solutions. Here as you can see that the solute concentration is inside the cell is equal to the solute concentration outside the cell, and same is with the concentration of the solvent. So what will happen? There will be no net movement of the solvent molecules due to the establishment of dynamic equilibrium. So in this case, cell will retain its shape and it will survive normally. So this was all about the type of solutions. In the next video, we are going to discuss the methods of adjusting isotonicity. So stay tuned. If you like the video, please subscribe. Thank you.
This video was helpful to you, then don't forget to like, share and subscribe. You can also suggest us any topic of your choice by mentioning it in the comment section.